Alright, so we are back. Finally, Bivol and Beterbiev is going down October 12th in Saudi Arabia. I am so excited for this fight, and so is every other boxing fan around the world. This is such a 50-50 fight, so this is going to be a hard video to make. But, anyways, like I was saying, I am back finally. Sorry, I've been moving, so I didn't get any videos out. I was trying to do a UFC 307 breakdown with Alex and Khalil. Didn't get around to it. Tried to do one after. I was literally had all my stuff set up and my mic cord was broke, and it can't be wireless, so that was great. So I just ordered one, and it's here. So it came today, so I'm filming a video. But the UFC video is too far gone now. It's almost a week past. Today's Friday the 11th as I'm filming this, so I literally have to edit this all tonight to get it out before the fight tomorrow. So the UFC one doesn't make sense. It's not that hot anymore. But anyway, Bivol and Beterbiev, we are talking about that fight today. Like I said, I'm super excited for this. This is going to be a great fight. This has been a long time in the making, and then finally with Turkey and all the Saudis' money, they made it come together. I think he's been like a great part of boxing right now, because he's bringing, like, everybody has a number and they have a crazy amount of money, so he's bringing the number together, and then they're making all the good fights. So, we'll see what keeps happening, but he's made great fights so far. I think Francis and Tyson was the first one. Actually, technically, I think Jake Paul and Tommy Fury was the first one he made, and then I think he said he's not doing any more influencer boxing matches, which I understand. But he did Francis and Tyson, then I think he did Tyson and Usyk, he did Ngannou and AJ. He just did AJ and Daniel Dubois. Yeah, he's doing a lot. So honestly, he's great for boxing, because he's making all these fan fights. He just said he's a big fight fan, and he's making all these fights happen. So I'm pretty happy about it. All right, so let's get into it. So let's see, who do I think's gonna win? Not gonna say that yet. I'm just gonna probably save that to the end of the video, because that's what the video is about. Let's go into Beterbiev's. Let's see, how he can win. We'll start with him. Honestly, he's seen. Everybody knows Bivol's style is the Soviet style. He comes in, hits what he, throws his punches, and he gets out. He's very fluent with his movement. Like, that's what's so hard to catch him. And when he gets you on the ropes with those movements, it's so hard, and you get overwhelmed, because you never know, like, he can make you get in places you don't want to because of his movement. So, but I think Arthur, however the heck you want to say it, I don't even know how really you're supposed to pronounce it. Like in the amateurs, he has seen the Soviet style a lot. They both have tons of amateur fights. He's seen the Soviet style a lot done, but I don't think anybody has really done it better than Bivol. He's definitely up there for the best, like, way to replicate the Soviet style of fighting. He's obviously, everybody knows he's got 20 fights and 20 knockouts. So I think that's the best. I think he's the only champion right now with 100% knockout rate and 100% win rate. So he's got 20 fights, 20 knockouts. So the judges have never had to do anything for him, which is insane. So there's that, which is crazy that it's still a 50-50 fight because of that alone. But that just shows you how good Bivol is. Beterbiev has crazy power, obviously. And the thing is, there's two types of power. There's one that's like explosive, like Canelo, where kind of wind up and you use your hips. That's not him. It's like Pereira. Alex Pereira, he just has, like, heavy hands, just like God-given power. He doesn't have to wind up or anything. He's just got that straight power. Beterbiev, if you see his knockouts, he doesn't need. He winds up sometimes, I guess, but not really. He keeps them close. He doesn't need a lot to drop somebody. He just has insanely heavy hands. He's right here, and bop, he can drop you just like that. So that's what Bivol's gonna have to avoid. But styles make fights, and Bivol's style is the Soviet style, which is get in and get out. So if he can get in quick enough, do what he needs to and get out before getting caught, that's how he wins. But the thing is, Beterbiev he just needs to land one clean shot. Like, that's the scary thing, is if he lands one clean one on his chin, he's definitely gonna go down, but he might not go out. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I mean, he's not. Bivol took Canelo's biggest shots, but yeah, Canelo's powerful, but Beterbiev is more powerful than Canelo, so it's hard to say. I think Arthur could maybe figure out Bivol and start slow in the first couple rounds and try to figure out his rhythm, because that's Bivol's whole thing. And if he can figure that out in the early rounds, I think if he figures out his rhythm and his timing, then he can really disrupt Bivol. So honestly, I think that's maybe how Arthur would win, is just figure out his rhythm and go from there. We'll see. Like I said, we'll see what happens. It's such a 50-50 fight. Nobody knows what's going to happen. It's going to be tough for the people betting on this fight, because I mean, the odds are pretty even. So I think Bivol's favored to win. He's the favorite for, I don't know, it's like minus 150 or something like that. It's not much at all. And then Arthur's like plus 120 or something like that. It's crazy close. What does Beterbiev need to avoid? It's really just the one thing that Bivol has, but it's what works so well for him is the Soviet style. It's perfected so well. And what you'll see Bivol do, he did it to Canelo. He gets him up on the ropes, like I said, and he gets you uncomfortable, and he puts you in places where you don't want to be, and then that's where he catches you. He can wear you down with his little shots, get in, get out. You know, it doesn't take too much. You know, he's a powerful guy, but he's not like known for his power. Obviously, I keep saying he's known for his Soviet style of fighting. So he gets you up against the ropes, and you don't know when he's gonna hit you or where he's gonna hit you because of his timing. His timing is so hard to guess. So if Beterbiev lets him do that and lets him tee off on him in the ropes, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Beterbiev can also counter, so I'll get into that a little bit later. But I think that's what he has to avoid, is getting put up on the ropes and he can't get overwhelmed by the rhythm, and he has to stay calm in the moment. With that being said, what's Bivol's way to win? Well, basically what I just said. Wear him down, get in, hit what he needs to, and get out, because if Arthur lands one of those clean shots, I mean, it's not going to be good. I personally think Bivol's going to get knocked down once. I don't know why. I just have a gut feeling. I think he's going to get knocked down once. He's going to get up, but I just think that's what's going to happen. I think he's going to get caught once, maybe in an earlier round, or maybe midway through the fight, or maybe 10th, 11th round. Who knows? I think he's going to go down once at least. I don't know. I just think he has too much power, and even for Bivol, it's just going to be tough. He just needs to use his style to his advantage and avoid Arthur's big strikes, his big shots, because man, those things hit. It's like a brick in his hand. I just think his way to win is wear him down, get him against the ropes, tee off on him a little bit, land a couple big shots. And honestly, I think what he needs to do is just get him up on the ropes, use his style, get in, hit him, tee off a little bit, land some big shots, and I think the safest way to win is win off points. Hopefully you can't hear that. Those sirens are pretty loud. Let's hope you can't. No, you definitely can. That's really loud. So let's just hope that, that's what happens, because I think that's his way to win, is just really perfect his style and overwhelm him and probably just win off points. If I had to guess, that's what he does best. What does he need to avoid? Obviously, Arthur's power. It's going to be hard to avoid that, which is why I think he's going to get knocked down once out of 12 rounds. It's going to be really hard to avoid. And like I was saying earlier, his counterpunching, he has to watch for his counterpunching. I was saying, how Beterbiev has to watch out for him getting up on the ropes and, teeing off on him and, watching his style. Arthur also has good counterpunching. If you see him, he's got some decent counterpunching. So naturally, even if Bivol does that on the ropes, he has to watch out for Arthur's counterpunching, because Arthur, like I said, all it takes is one clean shot. Bivol uses his jab, that's his thing. He keeps with the jab, finds his distance, and goes in and steps back. And so if Arthur counters one of those jabs, like Tank Davis did, he went, slipped a jab, boom, and hit him with the uppercut. If Beterbiev does that, it could be lights out for Dimitri. I mean, especially with momentum going in like this, uppercut, he's lights out. So Bivol has to watch out for that because it's just so scary with the power of the Beterbiev. I mean, 20 knockouts and 20 fights is crazy. Just 100% KO rate. So yeah, he's got to watch out for that because I think that's something sneaky that could come at him. So I'm so excited for this fight. The whole card is stacked. You know, we have the first women's fight in Saudi Arabia, the featherweight. So that's gonna be awesome. And then we have Chris Eubank fighting. Shakur Stevenson was supposed to fight, but then he got injured, I think. But we got Chris Eubank, we got Wardley, we got Ben Whitaker. It's stack card, and I'm super excited for this. October is really good for combat sports. I mean, we had Pereira and Roundtree, which is an amazing fight. We have this literally the week after next week. We have something else, I think. And then we have Max Holloway in Tapuria. And Ilya, that's going to be a great fight. That card is so stacked. That's got Whitaker and Chimaev and some other people on there. I can't remember, but I'll make videos on that. Hopefully I keep saying that. I said that about the other ones, but I never did. Well, actually, I did film for the Sean O'Malley fight, but I didn't like him, so I scrapped him because that fight was boring anyway. Alrighty, so final fight predictions. What do I think is going to happen? Like I said, it's such a 50-50 fight, so I could be totally wrong, or I could be right, or I could be kind of right. We'll see. This is like such an even fight in such a long time. People have been waiting for this to happen, so I'm so excited it's happening. I think, me personally, I think Bivol's going to win. I know Beterbiev has all this power, but like I said, I think he's going to get dropped, but I think he's going to get up. He's going to learn from it. He's going to stay well. I think he's going to stay with his timing, and he's going to figure out what he needs to learn. Beterbiev is also a little bit older. You know, he's coming off the injury. I don't know how much that matters. Bivol's in his prime technically, but, I mean, Beterbiev is just still so good. So I don't know how much of a factor that's going to be, but I just think, Bivol's going to get dropped, and he's going to get back up, learn from his mistake, and I think he's going to win off points. I don't know if he's going to drop Beterbiev. I think Bivol wins off points but gets dropped once. And if not, then I think Beterbiev ends him. If Beterbiev wins. Alrighty, so all the storage ran out on my camera, so that's clutch. But thankfully, it wasn't a lot of time left. So anyway, all I was saying is I think Bivol wins. I don't think he's going to win off a knockout. Maybe he'll win. I don't think so, but yeah, I think he's going to learn from his mistakes, get dropped once, and win, and I think Bivol wins off points, and that's pretty much all I said, so that's my final prediction, guys. Thankfully, it only got cut about 30 seconds short, so that's it. See you guys in the next video, and like I said, well, you didn't hear that because it got cut out, but I'll be back for the post-fight breakdown after. I'll make another video about it, so thank you, and see you guys next time.